Hi, Andre from Peak Motorcycles here. This is day 2 of the 2022 ABR Ireland Rally. We're here at the Battlebridge campsite in Ireland. A little bit misty today, a few midges about. You can just about see the river behind me maybe. So yeah, a few Guinnesses and Jamesons in the bar last night, and today we've got a 170-mile ride out around Ireland. So yeah, looking forward to seeing some new roads, some new views. Hopefully it'll stay dry. The forecast is looking good. So yeah, should be a cracking day.
So here we go. This is the ride out for the 2022 ABR Ireland Rally. I think we're doing about 170 miles today around the Republic of Ireland. Should be fun. Yeah, it's a little bit misty here this morning here in Ireland. As you can see, hopefully that's going to lift and maybe we'll have some sunshine later on. Just about make out the line of bikes ahead of me. So we've still got this mist, but the sun is just starting to poke through now. It's almost quite sort of ghostly as we go in between the patches of mist and then a bit of clear space. So yeah, it's quite a nice morning really. Looking forward to when this mist finally burns off and we just get a clear blue sky and sunshine. It's almost there. Not sure if it's actually picked up on the GoPro, but yeah. Interesting landscape. This is a kind of interesting road. Looks like a mainish road on the sat-nav, but I'm guessing it's well, not exactly a high-speed racetrack. A lot of loose gravel. There's a lot of kind of mud and moss up the middle of it, which isn't ideal, but it's quite picturesque. This might be the most traffic that's been down this road for a while. We just had a bit of a stop at the top of well, I guess it's a hill, not a mountain, but certainly a summit, and it's quite a fun ride up and down. Now back down, heading northwest, and yeah, it's just really nice weather. Now that the roads are dry and the skies are clearing, it's a fabulous day to be out riding. So yeah, some amazing views. The road here itself though is kind of small. I don't know if you can see on the video, but there's just like a big sort of strip of gravel up the middle, which in places was just green grass. You know you're on a proper adventure when yeah, the road has got grass up the middle. So it's a bit like riding single track, except it's quite a wide single track. Yeah, it's a part of Ireland I've never really visited before, in the middle. I've done the lap around the outside and I've visited several of the cities. But yeah, this really is it's a lovely part of the world to ride a motorbike. I know that these sort of narrow dual carriageways with the grass at the middle aren't necessarily everyone's perfect road, but I think we've had a mix so far today. And some faster roads first thing, and then a few little roads connecting them up. But it does mean you get to see places and parts of the country that you wouldn't otherwise see. I'm sure that a lot of these little roads go over the tops just because they're old historical farm tracks that have got paved over time. I've just had a stop for a rather nice breakfast and are now back on the road again. Looking forward to some more nice riding. The roads are drying out really nicely. Blue skies. Should be a good next stretch. I'm still on that same road where I recorded the last little bit. And it's on the whole it's a pretty good surface, but there are these like bumps here and there. Looks like just the road has dropped away a bit underneath, but yeah, we're looking at this ahead of me. It really is just cracking, and hardly any traffic. We've not had anything at all come the other way. It's only been the other bikes that are on the ride out. Oh, there was one. So the roads around here, they really are just delightfully twisty. It seems you don't hardly have to ride more than a kilometre or so and suddenly you get to another twisty roads ahead sign. This one's maybe a little bit tighter as we come back down towards the main road. Just really fun. And now we're heading back down to the coast. So down from these quite remarkable hills, and there you can see the Atlantic Ocean, I think, ahead of us. So I just had a cracking ride over the hills down here to the coast. We're in Tullaghan, and the people with smaller fuel tanks are just currently filling up.
the petrol station behind me. So yeah, now we're going to carry on to the coast, ride a few more of the lanes, and yeah, it's a really nice day out. It seems every time I come to Ireland we get really good weather, except for yesterday where it was pouring coming out of Dublin. But yeah, today it's just absolutely stunning and just a really lovely day to be out riding a motorcycle.
And we're off again, heading off down the coast, and I think we're going to have a seaside stop somewhere in the next few miles. So coming out along here, this does ring a bell a little bit. I think when I was here last September I did a bit of a detour, just seen the Wild Atlantic Way sign back there, and I think I just came up here, took a couple of pictures and then headed back out again. I don't think I had quite as nice a day as this, but yeah, this really is stunning. Just wow, I mean, it really is incredible here. If you think what we were riding on a few minutes ago, really just coming over the hills on those narrow tracks, and suddenly here we are on the Atlantic coast of Ireland in the sunshine, and with twisty roads to go with it. So cool. Yeah, coming over here today, that really is something very, very special. Just these amazing cliffs, sea cliffs and rock outcrops that we have. Oh, there's someone from ABR taking pictures. It looks like a good place for a stop. Wow, just incredible coastline here.
So we've just come along this really incredible coastal road, which is part of the Wild Atlantic Way, and you can see it there behind me. Yeah, the Atlantic rolling in. I mean, this is just a small road here in Ireland, out on the west coast. But you know, it could be anywhere. There's so many amazing coastal rides all around the world, and we have this almost on our doorstep in the UK, and absolutely on the doorstep if you're in Ireland. So yeah, it's just a really great day so far. A real mix of roads, scenery, hills, fast-flowing A roads, tiny little hill roads with grass growing up the middle, lots of gravel, lots of sheep. But yeah, having a really good time. And yeah, I think we're a group of 27 bikes altogether who are out today, so there's a real variety. Obviously, there's quite a few obligatory GSs, but then there's a Tenere and a Pan America, and yeah, a handful of others.
And off we go again. It really is incredibly picturesque around here. The main roads are further inland, so out here the roads themselves are pretty empty. I'm sure during like peak holiday season it gets busier than this, but today to be able to ride along here without really seeing anyone else is just fabulous. And here we have another small twisty road, beautiful scenery. There's waterfalls there to my left, some pretty impressive mountains to the right, which I can't quite show you right now, but I'm sure at some point this road is going to curve back round again, and then you'll get a good view as we climb up away from the coast. And again, to be back in scenery like this after just moments ago being down on the beach in the sunshine really is pretty impressive. And there's a big hill over there to my right and a ridge that curves around, which looks quite stunning. I will show you that in just a moment. Wow, look at this.
So we've made our way around a bit further, and if you can just see behind me, we're just in this stunning valley. There's some cliffs all around, and yeah, hardly any cars, just all the bikes that are here for the ABR Ireland Rally. And that goes the drone up in the air. I'm sure some of that footage will show up on their official channel. We're still having a really good day out. Really impressed with the weather, can't fault it. Who knew Ireland would be like this?
And yeah, just incredible scenery and more of this amazing stuff from Ireland. I think I'll just cut it together into a number of short clips, maybe a dozen or so. I think you get the idea about just how beautiful this place is and what the roads are like to ride on. And here we have another dual carriageway with this time with some daisies growing in the grass up the middle of the road. Heading back down towards the coast, which you can see dead ahead of me. And yeah, still really loving the ride out today. So I think that ridge that you can see ahead of me at the moment, sort of round to the right and up there to the left, is actually the far side of the valley that we were in earlier. When I edit this together, I'll see if I can find a satellite image of it and just put that in the corner so you can see what this whole thing's like, because it really is quite amazing.
So that's it, that's the lunch break. We've had a cracking morning riding around these roads, over the hills, out to the sea. Right now we're by Glencar Lough, which you can hopefully just see behind me. And yeah, it really is just an amazing spot. We're at the Tea Shed, which is a little tea room cafe, very close to the Glencar Falls. And yeah, it's a nice place for lunch, just taking an hour out of our riding day so everyone can get fed and watered, soak up a few rays, and yeah, enjoy the beautiful Irish sunshine here in May. Feels like the middle of summer, somewhere far more exotic. Anyway, we'll be back on the road shortly. We've still got some more riding to do before we get back to the campsite for a meal this evening. But yeah, having a great day.
So after a very welcome lunch break, we're rolling again. This time heading back inland, again on this delightful road. You can't quite see the loch over to my right, but it is there. And looking forward to some more excitement this afternoon. And here we are, some more excellent twisty roads in Ireland. Sorry about this, there are rather a lot of them. Anyway, I will cut it together into something much shorter, so you just get a feel for it. Great views though. Hi there, still out for the afternoon and managed to take in a bit of sightseeing. We're here at Parks Castle on Lough Gill. It's a great ride along the edge of the loch coming in here. Not sure if we'll have time to go in. It's nice to see a bit more of Ireland than I would otherwise when just zipping past on a bike. Still sunny, still a lovely day here. I think everyone's enjoying the ride and still some more fun places to see before we finish. So after the stop for the castle, we're off again, and you know, it's nice to have a road with a white line down the middle for a change. And it's actually getting a little bit warm. I must admit, this morning when we set off, and certainly yesterday in the rain, I had no idea that it was going to be this warm. I would have bought my mesh gear had I known. But it's a nice surprise, and May is a good time of year to visit Ireland, it seems.
So here we are up on top of the hill. We've just come up a very narrow single track, lot of grass road over the moors. There goes the drone going up behind me. But yeah, just really stunning views up here. Unfortunately my GoPro died halfway up, so I don't have footage of all the way up, but I'll certainly replace it for heading back down, because it really is quite stunning up here. Yeah, he's looking down, you can see all 27 bikes down there behind me, and yeah, I think this is the penultimate stop, so I think after this it's heading back to the campsite for I don't know, probably a pint of Guinness and a Jameson's and some dinner. We're about 235 kilometres in at the moment, so I think there's a few more to go. I think 170 miles was the total for the ride out. We're not far off that now. Anyway, yeah, we now get to ride that back down towards the campsite.
Right then, setting off again. This time I have put a battery in so you can see what these roads are like that we've come up. You see everybody else riding down there to my left. This is actually a bit nicer than it was coming up, at least at the moment. But if you can see, there's a load of soft gravel in like that middle lane of the track. Oh, little lamb in there. Hello, lamb. Not bothered about bikes. So I'm not sure how far we have left. I don't think it's that far. Maybe another 20-30 miles and we'll be back. I think everyone's feeling like they've had a really good day. But the concentration when you do many miles like this really does take it out of you a little bit. So then that's it. We're back in Leitrim, just riding the very last bit from here up towards the campsite. So yeah, it's been a really great day out. When I get off the bike, I'll have a quick check just to see exactly what distance we did, and I'll probably take a look at the track as well. If anyone's interested in knowing a bit more about the route, drop me a note and I'll see if I can find a way to share the GPS track with you. Here we are, home sweet home. Good to see everything's still up. So that's it, all done, safely back at the campsite. It was about 260 kilometres in the end, about 160 odd miles, 161 I think. Really great ride out. Top marks to the guys from the ABR who have set all of this up. Really good mix of fast A roads, B roads, those sort of almost single track lanes with the grass up the middle, bit of coast, bit of mountain, bit of valley. Yeah, really everything you could want in a day of riding. It's been really fun. I'm really glad I came over here from the UK, even though it was really just for one day. And I'll be heading home tomorrow. Hope this has been interesting and useful. If it has, check back in, there might be something else that's up your street. All right, thanks for watching.